All right, tonight we have a brand new example of just how despicably low the hate Trump media will go at every cost to try and damage this president. Now, the corrupt and abusively biased press is exploiting former Trump advisor Sam Nunberg to help do their dirty work. Now, never mind the fact that this guy, Sam Nunberg, was in the middle of what is obviously a complete and total breakdown after getting served a subpoena by the special counsel Robert Mueller. Now, the media didn't care about any of that. They cheered Nunberg. Of course, they were cheering him on because he was attacking the Trump administration during a series of what are really incoherent interviews. Watch the exploitation.
Why do I have to give them my personal communications? Steve Bannon, Roger Stone. Roger's my mentor. I email Ari with Roger 15 times a day. For Sarah Huckabee to start criticizing me, I would say, and I know you may not like it the way I say it, she should shut her fat mouth. Sarah should shut up, frankly.
Clearly, you're in the eye of a storm.
Sarah should shut up. She should shut her mouth.
Let me ask you the important question.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
And I'm warning her, by the way, to shut her mouth. Roger may be very upset. A lot of people may be very upset. I don't think has this been done before? They're not going to send me to jail. You know what, Mr. Mueller, if he wants to send me to jail, he can send me to jail, and then I'll laugh about it.
I think it would be funny if they arrested me.
You're held in contempt of court. Wouldn't you have higher legal bills?
It would be really funny if they wanted to arrest me, because I don't want to spend 80 hours going over emails I had with Steve Bannon and Roger Stone.
Talking to you,
Yeah.
I have smelled alcohol on your breath.
Well, I have not had a drink.
You haven't had a drink, so that's not true.
No. My answer is no. I have not.
Anything else?
No.
No.
No. Besides my meds.
Okay.
Antidepressants. Is that okay?
You know, you would think if Erin Burnett over at Fake News CNN, if she smelled alcohol on Nunberg's breath, maybe she would have maybe not put him on the air. But that wasn't the point of what the media was doing yesterday. They didn't care this guy was literally melting down on national television because they were using him as a tool to attack the Trump administration. It didn't matter if Nunberg wasn't making any sense, that he was contradicting himself or perhaps intoxicated, because the media saw this as an opportunity to attack the president, and they seized on it just like they always do. Here's another point. While the mainstream media was obsessing over Nunberg's freakout, they completely missed huge developments in stories they should have been covering, like irrefutable, concrete evidence of real Russia collusion. It's pretty shameful, a complete disservice to you, the American people. But we do know the liberal media in this country, they stopped caring about the truth, about facts a long time ago. And it's why the so-called Facts First Network, Fake News CNN, they will go anywhere in the world to try and prove their Trump-Russia collusion conspiracy theory to be true. Okay, I'm not making this example up. It's true. From Fake News CNN. They actually sent a reporter to Thailand. Why? To interview a jailed Russian prostitute / sex coach who's claiming to have information about 2016 election interference. Now, CNN couldn't bring in a camera in the prison, but here's what they reported. Did you miss this?
I just came out of this detention center where I spoke with Anastasia Vashukevich. It was loud and hot and chaotic, and talking through the bars, she says that she witnessed meetings between the Russian billionaire Oleg Deripaska and at least 3 Americans who she refused to name. She claims they discussed plans to affect the U.S. elections, but she wouldn't give any further information because she fears she could be deported back to Russia.
Let me get this straight. CNN sends a reporter to Thailand to interview a prostitute / sex coach in jail who claimed to have the smoking gun about the 2016 election. Well, that's news. More like this is CNN. Look, if you're surprised by CNN's latest stunt to prove the so-called Russia collusion, you should not be, because CNN literally went dumpster diving last month in St. Petersburg, Russia, outside of a building that was reportedly home to the troll farm that tried to influence the election. You can't make this up. Take a look.
It looks like it's polystyrene wrappers for some sort of computer or electronic stuff that's been delivered there recently. In fact, we saw them taking out the boxes from what looked like new computers that had been delivered there.
Little dumpster diving. Let's see, sex coaches, prostitutes. We have a news flash for CNN. If you want evidence of real Russia collusion, real crimes that were committed, you don't have to waste your time traveling around the world and diving in dumpsters and going to jail to meet sex coaches. It's right in front of your faces and has been for over a year. We on this program, we have been exposing how all roads in this Russia investigation lead directly back to Hillary Clinton. She is at the center of everything. Now, you have the Clinton bought and paid for Russian dossier, the lying dossier, Russian propaganda and lies. John Solomon reporting that Australian diplomat that started the Russia investigation, he has deep ties to the Clintons, involved in $25 million going to the foundation. Then you got Sid Vicious Blumenthal, Cody Shearer. They were feeding anti-Trump dirt to the Obama State Department. And tonight we have a major new update from investigative reporter Sarah Carter. She's reporting that the House Intel Committee is now investigating former Secretary of State John Kerry and his possible role in the phony and completely unverified dossier. And as we just told you, Kerry's State Department, they were receiving anti-Trump information from longtime Clinton allies. I'm going to investigate that, CNN. And former State Department official, remember Jonathan Winter, he's admitting he met with former British spy Christopher Steele, plus former State Department official Victoria Nuland. She said that Steele gave the State Department pages of information that she apparently turned over to the FBI. So here are the key questions. What did John Kerry know now? When did he know it? And did this information from Steele and Clinton's allies make it to his desk? Now, the House Intelligence Committee Chair, Devin Nunes, he did send a list of 10 key questions about that dossier to former Obama officials, but it's unclear John Kerry is one of them. Now, Sarah Carter will reveal all in a report coming up in mere moments. And also right now, even more evidence that the fix was in for the FBI's corrupt Clinton email investigation. Tonight, Fox is reporting that Trump-hating FBI agent Peter Strzok, he was told that Hillary Clinton's private server may have been hacked, but then he didn't do anything about it. Just more proof the FBI did not ever at any point conduct a real investigation, that the fix was in and it was rigged for Hillary Clinton in the beginning. We do know that Comey and Strzok and others, they were drafting the exoneration statement months before interviewing Hillary Clinton and 17 other key witnesses. In that exoneration letter, they changed the language that said it was reasonably likely that Clinton's server was hacked and it was possible the server was accessed by hostile foreign actors. Maybe Russia. Think about it for a second. It was previously reported that 5 foreign actors had hacked Clinton's server. Well, we can guess one of them probably has to be Russia, another being China, possibly Iran. Was it North Korea? Well, all these people then had access to top secret material. That means American sources and methods were revealed, which means American lives were then put in danger. So Strzok put his personal biases ahead of protecting Americans and American national security, while Russia and others were literally looking page by page and stealing our national security secrets. Now, what Strzok did here is beyond a dereliction of duty. It's a crime, which is why we have to ask, how does Peter Strzok still have a job? And better yet, why isn't he being investigated? We now have a mountain of evidence of bias and wrongdoing against Peter Strzok and so many others, and this is only new information to add to the list. So it's time to hold him accountable. Now, we also have breaking tonight the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Bob Goodlatte, and the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Trey Gowdy. They're making a joint plea to the Department of Justice. I'd like to join them, requesting the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, appoint a second special counsel to investigate all this misconduct, all this bias within the Department of Justice and the FBI. Now, according to the request, a second special counsel would investigate FISA abuses during and after the 2016 election, including why the unvetted, unverified, phony Steele dossier, how was it ever able to be used to obtain a warrant against Carter Page? How did that ever happen? And as we said so many times on this program, a special counsel is needed. They can't investigate themselves. And it's the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions' job to make this happen. Now, finally tonight, after decades of inaction and so much diplomatic failure that resulted in a nuclear-armed North Korea, Clinton's bribery, Bill Clinton's, didn't work, well, a breakthrough potentially is on the horizon. Talks between North and South Korea have been progressing, and officials in Pyongyang are now reportedly open to renegotiating the denuclearization in the region. Now, of course, the kingdom has also expressed an interest in normalizing relations with the United States, has allegedly made offers to end nuclear and ballistic missile tests. And, of course, this comes just weeks after the Trump administration enacted tough new sanctions against North Korea and months since President Trump moved a third carrier strike group to the region. Now, here's what President Trump had to say about all these new developments earlier today.
Do you believe that North Korea's recent willingness to talk is sincere, or is it an effort to buy time for their nuclear program? And to what do you owe this recent openness to talk?
Me? No. I think that nobody got that. I think that they are sincere, but I think they're sincere also because the sanctions and what we're doing with respect to North Korea, including, the great help that we've been given from China. And they can do more, but I think they've done more than certainly they've ever done for our country before. So China has been a big help. I think that's been a factor. But the sanctions have been very, very strong and very biting. And we don't want that to happen. So I really believe they are sincere. I hope they're sincere. We're going to soon find out.
Now, while these revelations may present and represent a potential diplomatic breakthrough, it's unlikely that the United States will hold bilateral direct talks with North Korea until Kim Jong-un gets rid of his nuclear weapons program. I say that move is highly unlikely. Beware.